has Manila been for both of you?
It has been amazing. I'm back in my homeland, Filipino right here. Yeah. It's nice to be back home. Haven't been here in a while because of COVID, so it's really nice. Got to see my family. It's incredible.
What about you, Dallas? I can already tell you have a lot of Fire Nation converts here because of you. How's Manila been for you?
It's been really exciting. This is my first time in Manila, and everyone's been very welcoming, and it's so hot. Oh my gosh. It's so humid. I stepped out of the air conditioning for 1 second, and I feel like I'm in the Fire Nation.
You know, throughout everything I've seen, all of you say we all need an Uncle Iroh. Yeah. Everybody says it in our lives, but of course I want to go to you, Gordon, because you play such an iconic character. You know, you basically grew up with this. What part of Aang's personality challenged you the most, and how did you embody such a classic character?
Well, I mean, the happy side of Aang was quite easy for me because, well, you know, I think you can tell. But I feel like it was a little bit more difficult for me to tap into Aang's emotional side, such as when he gets sad because of really, really sad stuff. So, yeah.
I think it has to do with a lot of preparation, though.
Yes.
I mean, online there's so many character analysis videos. You can really tap into the lore of the Avatar universe and really how fantastical the world is. So I think once everyone's in hair and makeup, we've got all of our beautiful costumes from our wardrobe team. It really brings the world to life, and it's less work for us, and we just get to do our part in breathing the same breath that the animated characters had.
And you did mention, of course, this one particular scene with Daniel Day Kim, where you said that you didn't really need to act because you were so scared of him already as it was when you had your combat. That's right?
Yeah. He would just pop in occasionally on set. He was, because obviously he wasn't Gordon and Ian and Gao and Neil, where they were working quite literally every day for hours. But when I did get to see Daniel, it was extremely intimidating because his chest was huge. His arms were bigger than my head, and you've seen my character photos, I have a massive head. So, yeah, Daniel, after everything was over, he was very supportive, and I'm glad that I was able to share such an intimate experience with him.
Yeah. Speaking, of course, of personal experiences, Gordon, you really embody the Avatar. I think I told you this earlier when we had that chat, and I can't imagine anybody else playing the Avatar Aang but you. You were just this happy-go-lucky kid, but how did you go into the depths of this character? How did you, of course, you go through this whole process of growing up with this character? How did you go about it?
Well, as you guys know, when I did shoot the series, or when we all shot this series, I was 11 years old. So, I feel like I've grown up quite a bit, but even in the original series, it only takes place through 3 months, but you can see Aang growing as a person, and even physically a little bit. Season 3 Aang, he is I won't say shredded, but...
I'm really amazed with this whole process you all have as a cast, because you did talk about it in so many interviews as well. You have all these unique experiences, whether it is the cabbage bowling, whether it's writing Appa manually. You have this group of people in the background. As for those of you that don't know, Appa is actually operated manually by a bunch of people in the back. Right, Gordon? That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking, of course, of the camaraderie, you always say throughout every single interview you had, it really played into this whole process of you all being together as a family. How did that affect your performance as the Avatar?
Well, you can actually really see our, I don't know, what's the word for relationships? You can see our relationships grow throughout the series because Aang doesn't know these characters yet, but you can tell the second we meet, we do actually know that we're family, and that's kind of how it happened in real life too, so you can see it develop.
Yeah, I think I've been particularly excited for Zuko and Aang's scenes because
they're amazing.
Thanks to this guy, he's a real pro, and at such a young age to have to work those long hours, he did an amazing job. But what I wanted to say was that in Zuko and Aang's scenes, they're much more personal and intimate because we're dealing with real life people and living in this fantastical world that where it's life or death. I think you get to really feel the danger of bending in our our series. So, you know, those moments between Zuko and Aang, I think people will truly be able to relate to their relationship, as crazy as that might sound. Like.